the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Nsem-Pii TV and Amason Egusu Amotie. Now, US-based Ghanaian lawyer, Craig Stevens. Akwatwe Nsem-Pii on the social media handle. Ya wano so edina no ato Kenneth Kranche Supreme Court case wa file edi etia obi ti say former president John Dramani Mahama, former president John Ajekun Kufuor, Ghana Speaker of Parliament and afi the Attorney General. But raises some pertinent issues. Yeah, ono kra wa ma hint say in fact the kind of issues Kenneth Kranche raising obi obetra bontin aka say be papa no na adwene nye anase eyibia no na wo hunu de say nipa no pachire. Now what is the essence of the Supreme Court? It is there say bibi wo ho na se chire ya adwene we seek for interpretation. The moment you be seek for interpretation no aba be ye ensana ho eda ho no mu a obia tumi fa ehwemu esua eno na build democracy. By this Supreme Court no ho no say be obia bokro no anase suspected corruption ne bra eno kwa na ye de ko Supreme Court debi. The Supreme Court is there to interpret enyoma entiase no emu na ho fine. Enti Craig Stevens say some of the issues Kenneth Kranche reason no was say astute lawyers and astute students of the law enya brepa no mo hwemu ye no mo put aside political callous e de to nchen kra watete se bi nso kan enya hwe yama no nko wose debi so what person will strengthen with democracy enya hwe asem bi ene hu ye hwe ene ono America man na watimu no Donald Trump will face numerous charges at the court ke Ghana han ke beka se enya hwe but people are seeking interpretation for the nyoma bia wo ye enti yama kwan emma emra no enya juma said the sese emra ne ye no no akasa kra no he is working hand in hand with some other law firms in Ghana or per se or the injunction to a juma former president John Dramani Mahama yes as a flag bearer or the injunction to so na Supreme Court to church and some new because ankoyesa na akoyesa court asam wo court by nipa no some of the charges are Kenneth Kranche raising no or gusu enjoy. So what you say? Ogusu enjoy. Intino is in consultation with some legal firms in Ghana. So move to me asking for an injunction either from the higher court or any other court of jurisdiction near the injuncted the former president. Said the beya sa case no eda hon Supreme Court ebe to me din chichiri mu aba because enough for. Intino Craig Stevens hand pick some of the declarations Yewra Kenneth Kranche interpretation no so ekire na adwen as an astute lawyer wo ye adwuma wo de Ohio bar na say friend to the Ohio bar na Craig also baako the fourth declaration na Kenneth Kranche kan wasem say a declaration that on a true and proper interpretation, that is Article 68 Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution, a former president of Ghana requires parliamentary approval before he can occupy any other office. Also, the word there is any other office other than an office of state. Into any other office, we me occupy any other office ben and another constitution ni kan wasa. Because your private office, your the public office, we me occupy political office. Into any other office in which category in the fall because as the flag bearer of the NDC, the former president occupy political office. Does political office account for any other office? And yebia no open the literal meaning of occupation of officer. Yes, rendering or receiving of professional services. It is either sandipano or render professional services, and also or receive professional services. And yes, sandipano is occupying an office. And to Obusau say, and they are former President John Dramani Mahama, NDC for Flagbearer. Ejuma wo ye ya wonam a wo born to a campaign, a soliciting for funds for the campaign. For the 2024 election, that can it be categorized to say it is a form of rendering professional services for the NDC as a political party or receiving professional services in the NDC as a flag bearer now. Be also a vague. Was it any other office apart from office as the former president? Enti bibi say no ontumi nka say entosumu. Wo de yemfa kwa dwindwin mu. Wo de yenyi ayino kran fru ne yemfa ma the literal meaning here. It makes sense. You work as any other officer. Any other office is saying, is it a public office? Is it a private office?
No.
Is it a political office or any office and another constitution they can want? And to say BBC quarter. We need interpretation. Say the beya dachi bino. Say BBC is here. Ya jinu nyina beya fine. Yes, adia. You bet me and ya a former president or sign occupy another position internationally. Ya ebia sa position occupying internationally no. And to me man performing the duties as a former president. Examples, ebia state functions as a former president. No. Was he a BC or Kaka Ghana for BC during the celebration of the Independence Day. Ewo adakuluhu sembekaya. The former president John Dramani Mahama as a statesman wanko was citing so many reasons. But sada no ano ne Sunday na owo jumadie biasia na sa jumadie ne affiliated to the National Democratic Congress because say no hu no say or your flag bearer hopeful. So but he is being paid as a statesman, as a former president. But a true state occasion say dia or piki echusu. Until we need clarification here. And now Yera Craig Stevens SIK BB said a declaration that on a true and proper interpretation, Article 68, Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution, a former president of Ghana requires parliamentary approval before he can occupy any other office that provides a monument. Asabebium, any other office that provides a monument. And was say, oh, you heard the meaning of a monument? Was it a salary, fee from employment, a salary, fee or profit from employment or office for either private or personal gain. Say salary, fee, and now profit from employment or office, either for private or personal gain. And also say busa Ghana for you. Nipa ekeka say sa suit hu hia na say. Now the former president is occupying the office as the flag bearer. Onamamanone opiska e dia fund the campaign. Sa sika no so mfaso nyina no eba ono as the flag bearer wa na eba. Because accounts were edi to dwa mobile money numbers are equal. Ni nyina e woni din mu. And to receive those monies when it deal because on one campaign and our day be indirectly or the some party but a on one campaign. And tina hano so because a profit and the former president in because he occupied the political office as the flag bearer of the NDC. What about a Chadia who do and call for a day channel because he was a flag bearer of the party? Does it also constitute profit from the office? Because I disclose. Some are hidden. Some comes out. To be able to make a say a profit in second because say or your flag bearer of the NDC and now occupy the office as the flag bearer of the party. And also him because every profit is profit. Every profit is profit. And such an interpretation so it is very important to say the Supreme Court to Transia, it will come out clear. Ne nyina yate ye ho ase. To wondumi nka se sebi, emfa so bia ni so. So atiase. Ena na wo san eka bio. Say a declaration that on a true and proper interpretation of Article 68, Clause 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, the former president of Ghana remains in the employ of the state. Remains in the employ of the state. A house on duration ama. Say remains in the employ of the state to which point? To say the panel say or person or sign a contested bill and now to which point? And also a silent one. But can we say the former president still remains in the employ of the state. Yes, because of your former president. But was saying here Juma as the flag bearer, yeah, was saying Nyoma or Casaditia by or Solitia by in some way or the other. So does it remain in the employ of the state? Meaning, here are Craig Stevens Obusa say if Ghana for follow some of the logics now or they with regards to the importance of this case. Because he is the former president. Was on Kai Kran or Kai Emra a Gasha who sent Semba Bontin or Kai said the office of the former president Babontin said no crack Neka Yasasano, Nereka Yasasan. Obuso says I can't state the amano. Is it for the state business and as on one personal business? If it is for the state business, are we sure say Kano and nay your Flagbearer of the NDC the campaigns Kanu Kobia now? Neseka Kobia. Someone who should remain in the employ of the state. And what do you want? And then you bet me, like I said, the former president is remaining in the employ of the state where he is embarking on various campaigns as the flag bearer of the party. Meanwhile, he receives a monument and other interventions, any allowances as a former president. And you know, the constitution should come clear of remain employed in state, duration, ben, time, ben. And as a former president, also remaining in the employing state. Time ben about to me akoswa aje. Adodia a command the former president. Meanwhile, the person is embarking on another venture. What's it no so what's the Supreme Court interpretation never clear? Or your former president. I said there be a so man yaman, but yeah said there na man no. Say was serve two masters. Or serve the political party because they are electing as a flag bearer. Ebeye yes sir. Say ebeye yes sir. Say na mra no kafa ho. Enye yen so say na mra ne kafa ho. Eno so no esese ye hu. It is very important that we know. And they also catch one say an order directed at the third defendant to seek parliamentary approval for his engagement as a flag bearer of a political party or in an alternative. An order directed at the third defendant to desist from his presidential ambitions. No one so waka. Say yes, say. Opesa ochun who free. Being employed in the state. Now call any other officer ko seek parliamentary approval. And I know Busa say any other office now who seek for parliamentary approval. Does it include political offices? And also the constitution was silent on that. We want him say. Ye wa man bi so a former president me appoint you ebimo emomo call boards of some high ranking organizations. It me employ bimo other international organizations, United Nations, AU, ECOWAS ni ade mo kodi djuma. And how do we classify those offices? Eye ntine sese nipa no call parliament ko gi approval and sign about me and take any major works in those offices. Sa nyoma ni nyina no. It is time the constitution comes clear. And you know, it's just will be a baby say the issue you Kenneth Crunchy reason you're dead on arrival and I say for so and I say the what it is and is if we be say be in your assembly or say sanity. If we want to strengthen our democracy, so issues are or no, Mr. Craig Stevens, or US based Ghanaian born lawyer. It was said, ye be a beam because in your man do na ye vague a dahono sa, but who baby a shall see free. And a woman baby a copim. Tinyami adona Supreme Court to change the more. The Naya dream down fire a year, but still, was he is in consultation with the lawyers. Say be a who be here, injunction be baba. Now I restricted the former president Kakra said the Supreme Court able to me a church in Semimu, Amagana Nibia, a dream or other hofan.